A very warm welcome to you all, wherever you are, to this week's edition, Episode 7, of Interactive SK Lite, the new international internet TV show all about living and travelling in Greece. As always, we're broadcasting on our website, www.kerkra.live, and of course on Facebook, where we urge you to like us if you do indeed like what you hear or see, follow us, that way you can get heads up on all future broadcasts, and of course share us amongst your friends. We are also broadcasting for the first time on Amazon Fire TV. So that's a good one, isn't it? And as always, I'm very pleased to say we have the help and assistance of our great producer, Claire, who'll be answering all those comments on Facebook. And, of course, the wonderful Dawn Dukas, who will be joining us live a little bit later on with a Skype call to give us an update about what it's like to be a tourist currently here on the beautiful island of Corfu. And, of course, as always, no show would be quite complete without the one and only irrepressible master of controls, Thomas Haas. Hello, Thomas, and how are you today?
Hello, Adrian. Hello, everybody. And thanks for logging on. Thanks for tuning in. It's another episode. It's episode 7. We are here at our new location. As you know, last week we couldn't broadcast, sadly. We were sad, but, we've been working very, very hard because we got our new location, our new studio after a long search. We found it, and a friend of ours, so Spiros Gavadias, thank you so much for getting that sorted for us. We have to say thank you to him, don't we?
Oh, Spiro, you are a true hero. We have never had such wonderful and perfectly resourced premises for our future broadcasts. In fact, it's fantastic. We've got studio floor space, haven't we? And we're in such a beautiful, tranquil position. That's the key thing.
Totally. And where we are is very, very close. For anybody who knows it, is Gardiki Castle. So it's just around the corner. With the back of our studio, we probably, 30-40 meters from the castle walls?
Absolutely, and the best thing of all is from a good quarter of your property here where you've moved into successfully, I should say. It was a good move, wasn't it?
A great move,
Yes.
definitely.
But for a whole quarter of the perimeter, you can see that wonderful wall of Gardiki Castle, which is at least 1,000 years old. That's exciting.
Oh, at least 1,000 years old, at least. But let me say quickly hello, because so many things changed. We were setting up new. Facebook was changing. We're on to Amazon Fire now, so you can catch up with us there if you miss us and you got the Fire Stick. And yeah, so many things happening. And but I can't see the comments, so I had to switch on here and just say hello. Tom Giddings, hi everybody. Great to have you back. Keep safe. And well, everybody, same
Cheers,
to you,
Tom.
my man. Great to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Margaret Johnston. Hi, everybody, from hot and sunny Kent.
Oh, great.
Hope everybody is okay. I'm not feeling that good after eye injection this morning. So watching with one eye. Oh,
You're practicing for that pirate role, I dare say, Margaret.
Probably. So it's
Army Hearties, I think, or something like that. Anyway, get well soon, Margaret. We love you dearly.
Get well soon, and thanks for tuning in. Army Speller, good evening, all. Summer has finally come here. Finland, great.
Hooray.
Yes, that's how we want it. And,
Absolutely. Hyvä ilta,
Hyvä ilta,
before we
that's
forget
it.
to say anything else, Army, and all our Finnish friends.
And Mirel is saying, Kalispera, I want to come to Corfu, but still need to know where you get tests on your return before you come back to the UK. I think
we may have
an answer.
Yes,
we're gonna get into that very, very soon. As usual, we give you the latest updates of what's going on and how you can holiday here in Greece, especially Corfu.
Absolutely. Nothing we like more to see jolly holidaymakers enjoying the Corfu sun. And if you want to know, it's been 22 degrees today and a mixture of sun and cloud.
Yeah, and Vivian Tool is saying, hello, hi, Vivian. It's great to see you guys. So if I forget somebody, mention, I'm very, very sorry, but I have to get used to the new system. I mean, Facebook just upgraded an hour before the show again. I can't believe that. Why is that always happening?
That was very convenient of them, wasn't it, Thomas?
Oh, definitely. But let us show you where we are. Here we are. That's our new studio facility. We want to show you more, but we are not really ready, are we?
No, and we want to give you a full-blown surprise when we are. Because as I mentioned earlier on, we've actually got studio space to be broadcasting other programs.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, what studio space we got. Let me show you the other side of here. So that's opposite the van when we look out, and straight ahead, it's just 50 meters. There is the beautiful Gardiki Castle. So everybody who doesn't know Gardiki, that's worth a visit. And we done a clip, so you can see this clip too. But just to show you that
We've got extendable arms, I'm afraid.
No,
but I'll wave now so you can see.
That's where we are,
there.
and we are so privileged to have this location, man.
Absolutely. It is a privilege and a pleasure, and just that awesome sense of history that amazes me, Thomas.
Totally. So, but still a lot of work being done at the moment. So indoors, we have a very, very special surprise for you in the next episode. So this is coming very, very soon. So we're changing a little bit. We got more space to bring you the best this island has to offer. That's why I see the wheelbarrow here on the right.
It's poised, ready for action. Yes, I like that. That's good one,
I tell you what, we have to. And you see us sitting in our van, but that's the view out from the broadcast van from our, what is it? Streaming shuttle, you call it.
I call it the mobile micro streaming shuttle because that's what it is. But actually, it's much more than that, ladies and gentlemen. This is 21st century state-of-the-art broadcasting studio. We can do things that the other big broadcasters can't do. You may not believe me, but it's absolutely true.
It is. So, and without further ado, I think we give you some travel updates. So anything you want to know, just ask us a question. I'm going to log in to the screen every now and then, and I'm going to have a read quickly so what you guys throw at us. But what's going on now, man?
Well, quite a lot. Here's one piece of news, sadly, for UK travellers would be the EU have decided not to let the UK onto their white list. Mind you, no surprise there because the USA has done a similar thing with the UK itself, hasn't it? And you said they'd allowed loads of other countries, I can't remember how many, but the UK wasn't amongst them. But anyway, also here's some news from Greece. The government committee of experts has postponed the planned changes to the relaxation of curfew times, private gatherings and music playing in venues. The decision is expected 1 week from now, depending on the improving epidemiological situation.
Yeah. So, man, nothing changed. The only thing what came on to is Portugal. When we talk about Portugal,
the
that
UK
was really
list.
sad
Absolutely.
from the UK.
That was a shock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone, put your minds back a week or two ago, and everybody in the UK was expecting Corfu, amongst other islands. I think Kos was mentioned, possibly Rhodes, that would sneak on to the UK's green list, but sadly that didn't happen. I think 6 and 7 countries were added to the red list, would you believe? And the big shock, of course, was Portugal being removed from green, going to amber. And we don't understand that decision here at SK because the situation at the Algarve, which is the main tourist spot in Portugal, has it greatly improved. I know that they've got a bit of a problem in Lisbon, but certainly Portugal came as a shock to everybody. And now I think we'll have to say that there's a 3-week patient wait before the next update. There was a bit of news yesterday, courtesy of Chris Taberner from Greco Files, who suggested that the UK ambassador to Greece, Kate Smith, definitely assured everybody that coming soon would be Corfu on the green list. But we don't know that for sure, and it's fingers crossed, I'm afraid.
Yeah, when there's the other countries are in the same situation as Greece itself. So, I mean, it's not really comforting when you look at it this way. But now being on amber and being on red, there's a big difference. And we spoke earlier about it, but just before we came on, showed us people are taking the rules of the red list. We are not red.
No,
we are amber.
Amber. And that means basically that when you get back to the UK, for instance, you have to quarantine for 5 days rather than 10, if providing you've got a negative COVID test upon return.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So the amber is when you come back. I spoke with a couple of people who say they still gonna come on holiday to Corfu.
Correct.
They know they have to quarantine for 10 days when they arrive back in the country, but not in the hotel.
No,
when
it's in their house.
When it's red, that's where you have to quarantine in a hotel, and that's the cost.
That's
you
expensive.
Have to, that's expensive. Exactly.
That
You have to carry the costs for that one, and there is no getting out of it. But if you amber, you have to quarantine at home. And with some of the people I spoke, they said, okay, you know what? I'm thinking now twice of coming because I have to talk with my company how I can do that.
Of course. Yeah.
Because I have physically to go there. And others who say, okay, I'm a remote worker. I work from home.
No
For
problem.
me, it doesn't matter really.
No.
Because I want to enjoy the holiday. I work remotely since the pandemic struck, and that's what we do. So I got used to that. So, but I need my holiday. I want my holiday.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've been reading a lot of posts where, quite frankly, there's a lot of holiday rebels potentially out there in the United Kingdom who are just going to say, "Oh, fiddlesticks, we're just going to go anyway." We know what we've got to do, and the other bone of contention, of course, is still to this day the prices of these tests, particularly PCR.
Yes, what coming dramatically down. So I heard in the research now they're going between 20 and 60 euros.
That's a hell of a lot better than 120.
Yeah, I mean, Ralph, you know, our German friend, the producer from Berlin, what is here again, you know, he starts working
back,
with us
Rolf
soon.
and Sabine. Yes. Absolutely, we can't wait to see you on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, nice to have you back on the beautiful island of Corfu. So, but he said to me, okay, they had a little bit of a headache with traveling here. They booked everything. Everything was straightforward. There were no problem. They had the PCR tests, what cost between 20 and 60 euros to be done. The only problem they had was the ferry.
Oh, yes, it
got cancelled. Sadly enough, there was a strike going on, a protest going on, and so they couldn't lay on in Igoumenitsa. They had to go all the way to Patras.
So, mustn't that have been rather sad and disconcerting for them as they sailed past Corfu, knowing full well they could have just jumped over the side of the boat into a rib, as you say, and landed on the beautiful island of Corfu? But sadly, they had to go sailing past, only to come back a day or so later.
Yeah, but he said it was great. First frustrating because the ferry goes past here and said, let me off. But down to Patras. But the drive, is it from Patras up to Igoumenitsa, was great. It was fantastic.
That's a bonus.
And everything went really, really quick. So he said there were no problems. We spoke also with an English couple, and the English couple said from traveling here with the car, they were surprised how fluent the travel was, without delays, without anything. They showed their PCR tests everywhere. Every country has their kiosk where you can do a rapid test, and it works. It is this scaremongering. We read a couple of posts where people say, it cost me 400, 500, 600 euros to get tests done. I looked into that. I looked into the boards. I looked into the airports, and that nobody charges that amount. I have not found evidence of it. Replying then to this post, saying, can you show me some evidence? Can you show me some receipts what you paid? I got no response back.
Right.
And I've done this a few times now with people, because, you have to be careful what you read nowadays. So I like to go a little bit deeper in the whole thing. But nobody could give me concrete information or show me the proof that they paid 200 euro for PCR test.
I've never heard that. 120 was what the news media were reporting a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
But let's hope that situation improves and a downward
Of course
spiral.
It will.
Yeah.
Of course it will. So I think you have the test done, but there is locations here on Corfu, and people gonna point it out to you. That's not a problem when you're here. You can get your test done. The cheapest we found is municipal is 20 euros.
And that's not bad at all, is it?
No, municipal theater, you go in, you make an appointment, and you can do that. But there's so much help from the hotels around, the hotels advise you, the hotels show you. So the guys are all glued up, and that brings me on. I think, let me say hello, and then I want to have a quick Skype call with our Don Dukas, because she has much more information on that one. Tom Gidding saying, my parents had to, Tom is saying, I feel the UK government wants us to stay in the UK.
Yes.
So we spend more money
Absolutely,
there.
Tom.
Yeah, Jackie Cherry is saying it's all political. Yes, I'm afraid so. So it's
yes, Jackie.
It's all this thing. Peter Pauli, hi Peter, thanks for writing in. He said, don't forget you can also have a lateral flow test, but to check you or airline, etc. will allow this, as it's a lot cheaper. So you have to check in with the airline.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
So
Thank you, Peter.
they advise you, of course, they advise you, and that's gonna go on. But let me see now, because we had our Dawn on there, and I just want to see if we can reach her quickly.
Absolutely.
Oh, hello, here we are. Hi, Dawn.
Hi guys.
Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for
Can I
helping
hear
us
you?
out today.
Hello, Dawn.
Great. You in your hotel.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear us? No, so that's the thing. Hi, Dawn.
There she is.
Yeah, here you are. Can you hear us
Hi,
nicely?
I can't hear you.
Oh.
I can't hear anything. Sorry.
Okay, let me have a look what's going on here.
Hello.
Hello. See, it's the new setup. We got the new setup running, and we don't know how it works. Okay, we're gonna have a look quickly. We're gonna have a look. I have no idea what's happening at the moment. Hello.
At least we can see the lovely Dawn sporting a new haircut. I rather fancy.
How is it now, Dawn? Is it any
Hello?
better for you? Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi. Can you hear us now? Ooh, sadly,
Hello?
there must be. I have no idea. There must be something.
Studio Corfu. Studio Kedira.
So, if you can hear us, is there anything you can't hear us at all? Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, I have to try that whole thing again. So I have no idea what's happened here, guys. I'm just gonna go on again and see what we can do.
We did have to have a new update for Skype just before we came on here, so that might have something to do with it.
Hi guys.
Hi, hello.
Hello?
Can you hear us now?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Dawn. Can you hear us?
Hi.
No, I don't think she can.
Hi, Dawn. I can see us here. We can hear you great.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you great. Yes, we can. Let me go over here, do the other thing. Yes, we can hear
Thomas.
you. Yes, we can hear you. Yes. Tell us a little bit. Can you see us? Okay. I have no idea how we're at the moment. So we got here a little bit of
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. We can hear you great. It's great.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Okay, maybe you can, if you can tell us a little bit about the tourism in your place.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear us at all. Oh, that's a shame.
What a shame.
Oh, what a shame. Okay, we're gonna try.
Okay, so hi everybody. Dawn Dukas here with the Interactive SK. It's nice to see Thomas. I know Adrian's somewhere in the back there. And hi Claire. Obviously, you're doing a nice job as always. I just want to say hi to everybody and a big thank you to all you guys that are actually coming on holiday, because there are quite a few of you. We have some UK guests in at the hotel where I'm guest relations manager, and everyone has been extremely impressed with the process coming through Corfu Airport, both with the security and the sleekness of it, to be honest with you. All the transfers being spot on time. Even if there's been delays, the transfers have been there ready to pick them up and bring them to the hotel. And that's right the way through the markets as well. Germany, Czechoslovakia, Poland, all those countries are travelling into Corfu now, and all of them have been seemingly impressed with the process. Very strict mandatory rules for the protocol of the hotels, of course, including ours. So all staff members have to wear the masks, both inside and outside of the hotel. So your 8-hour shift, it's done with a mask on. Also gloves. As far as any of the hotels that have a buffet, and it's a self-service buffet, then the guests must wear gloves to touch any utensils or anything like that, plates and things. And of course, all of the restaurants that I've been in at St. Gordis, as well as our, of course, I can only talk for our hotel. They're all showing the same protocol. So cleaning of the tables immediately, sanitization. Of course, there is a serious process with room sanitization before any guests can actually check in. And the guest is actually given, if it's through an electric system, an app system, they're actually given a certification to say that their room that they're going to be staying in has been sanitized, and it's been certified as well.
That's great.
It's the Health First system, which of course is run by the government. So basically you'd have inspectors come in, go through the protocol. We have training from the local doctor as well, of which I will explain that the majority of the hotels do have a local doctor. The doctors are really spot on with giving the correct information for each country. So what basically we've done here is we've made sure that all the representatives that have come into the hotel know the protocol, that if there's any new updates as far as their country is concerned, we're given those updates. But we have a meeting with the doctor all together. So everyone has each other's mobile numbers. We have our email addresses. And basically, the guest is advised to give the details from what country they're actually travelling in and when the either rapid test is required or the PCR test. Now, the rapid test is €20 and the PCR is €60. And then maybe you change with that. You can actually opt it. You can make an appointment at the surgery. You can go together with other members that have been traveling with the same tour operator. And the tests are actually emailed to you. You can have a form. We print a form off for you as well, but they're emailed to you. So you also have an electronic copy as well as a hard copy. And it's either left at the reception, it's delivered to your room if you want it. Plus, if you want a private test, you can also arrange that with the doctors as well. Now, a lot of the doctors here are also locals, the doctors for locals, they're here 12 months of the year. So they're servicing the self-test and the rapid test also for workers. So they are absolutely spot on with the regulation of when a PCR test is required for each country, and the process of obviously doing that test and actually getting the test to the guests so they don't have any issues on the return journey home.
That's
great. That's great. I know you can't hear us at the moment.
I still can't hear you.
But it was fantastic. Thank you very much. And we talk later.
Thank you so much. I want to say again, thank you to everybody that is travelling out here to Corfu. We are all here waiting to greet you as you all know we can, with love in our hearts, a passion to make sure that you have a wonderful time. And it couldn't be safer, believe me. I see the process now very up close, not just in the hotel, also in the local businesses, and everybody is really adhering to the guidelines, even for the mandatory curfew that's still in place between 12:30 and 5. All the businesses are doing exactly how they're being told, but their philoxenia is still way intact. It's lovely to see people that are enjoying, at least a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Freedom, the ocean's beautiful, the beaches are immaculately clean, And to be honest with you, everyone is having a sparkling time. So please, if you're thinking about coming out and you can financially cover yourselves with time and everything, then don't think that it's not a safe place to come. It really is. Everyone's behaving themselves, so everyone stay safe and enjoy. And thank you very much for being able to Skype. I'm so sorry I can't hear your
It's
lovely
okay.
voices.
It's great. You're doing fantastic.
Absolutely,
You're brilliant.
Dawn.
Thank you so much, Dawn. We see you later.
She's blowing us kisses, and all our wonderful viewers. Thank you ever so much, Dawn.
Okay.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Adrian!
I'm waving. It's not doing any good, but there you go.
Hi.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I miss
Give me the
you. We'll
traditional
get up
double
close
thumbs
and
up.
we'll do pop up and a live stream together. I'm really looking
We're
forward
looking
to
forward
it.
to it, Dawn. Come on, we get the old repartee going. You get us all worked up to the best of reasons. And thank you so much for your enthusiasm for this magical, wonderful land of Corfu.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks very
Bye-bye.
much, guys. Stay safe, everybody, and
Good.
happy summer.
Happy summer. Happy summer.
That's a nice thought. Bless her.
Oh, that was a nice thought. That was great. So I apologize for this technical issue. I don't know why she has a problem hearing us. It's probably our end because we were really stressed a little bit by setting up today. But it was great. It's a new location.
Yeah, but it was those updates. That's I think there's a gremlin that could have got in there as well. But never mind. We got some crucial information there from Dawn, and she really did go into the details of what it's like to be staying in a hotel with the new COVID regulations.
And everything sounds great.
Yes,
I think this is spot on. I think
it's under control.
It's under control, and you can make a fantastic holiday here.
And yes, and before I forget to say, we must share something with our viewers. We're not going to go into all the details of the boring figures because we get depressed with COVID. But this is what you really need to know, guys. Anywhere in the world, if you're thinking of coming to holiday in Corfu, you'll be very pleased to know that over the last couple of weeks, the rolling average of new cases and sadly deaths in the whole of Greece has fallen by as much as 2/3. That's extraordinary, and it's holding. It's been holding at that level now for quite a few days, and the trajectory is definitely downwards. So I think that gives us all hope for a safe and happy holiday here in Corfu. And another bit of great news is that last time we were on air, I said that there were 5 million people, Greek citizens, who had been vaccinated. Well, that figure has now gone up to 6 million Greek citizens who have been vaccinated. And from tomorrow, the 24 to 29-year-old age groups will be able to make appointments for their COVID vaccinations.
Yes, they do. And let me say hello and thank you for watching, for tuning in. There's so many, and I have a little bit of problems of seeing the comments this time, but I just logged on myself and I have a quick look. And here is Tom Giddings is saying, my parents had to quarantine when they came back in March. They had police knocking on their door at 4 a.m. making sure they were at home.
Gosh,
wow.
Really, Tom?
That's
isn't it? Really?
So
Come
Jackie
on.
Cherry is watching. Hi, Jackie.
Jackie.
Lavinia is watching.
Winnie.
Winnie is saying, I thought I was going mad. Finally, as I just couldn't find you. I sent much love. I think many of the expensive tests for COVID are purely driven by greed.
Absolutely. Here, Benny. Lovely to hear from you. Stay healthy and happy.
And nice to hear from Steve Stolzy McCabe. Hi, Steve. He's asking, what is the curfew information? And we just had it from Dawn.
Yes.
This is from 12:30
to 5
a.m. in the morning. So you got 4.5 hours.
But Steve, they are due to make a new announcement 1 week from now. They may well adjust that, hopefully for the better. That's when we hope that they'll be able to get music licenses up and running for venues. Currently, at the moment, venues are not allowed to play music, live or otherwise.
That's true, yeah. Caroline Donjan is saying, hi everyone, raining here in Cassiope on the big TV again. Oh, great. You have to see our faces on widescreen. Unbelievable.
That's a bad one. I think I'll need that plastic surgeon. Get him on speed dial. Cool.
Yeah,
blimey.
And she says also, full vaccinated plus certificated and EU digital passport. Yippee!
Get
that's
you,
a good
Caroline.
one.
Well done. Excellent. Good to hear. Well
that's great. Oh, yeah, and Steve Stolze is saying again, sanitation is being far more adhered to than it was last year when nobody was vaccinated. I think
That's
you're
a
on
good
there
point.
to something. Very good point,
Steve. Yes, and I think it goes further. I think we just heard from Dawn. They're taking all the other measures much more seriously than they were a year ago. So, you know, it's looking good. It's not looking half as bad as it was a few months back. That's for sure. We can definitely say that.
Oh no, we definitely can say that.
Yeah.
And when we look, man, God, we out. We had to move now. No, last week we moved. This week we try to get everything together. So it's really a lot of work. What is still ahead of us to bring you the new layout for the show, to bring you much more drive with the
and
full
new
power version, and the new program is coming.
Very
up too.
exciting. That one is.
You're excited about
I am.
it.
I'm really looking forward to that one. Yes.
But
more and on.
Yeah, but our experience is the people are adhering to the measures.
Yes, we
It
think.
is
Yes, absolutely.
isolated incidents where we
Yeah.
say, hey, you know what, they should have walked in a group down Maritica as its example. As we both saw, nobody of them were wearing masks.
Yeah.
Police is quickly there. They patrolling around,
They
but
are.
they're not aggressive.
No.
We have to say, people, they not aggressive. They really ask you nicely to wear your mask. And when we go out, we step out of the car, we put the mask on. We go into a coffee shop, as we do.
no, Thomas, us never.
But you know what? We sit down on the table, then we take the mask off.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can enjoy
And you
your
can do
coffee.
that. Yes.
Yeah, if you go to the toilet, put your mask back on, go inside, go to the toilet, come
Absolutely.
back, take
Wash
your
your
mask
hands.
off. So it's that too. I mean, that's I think
Just
that
keep
should be
washing
thing.
your hands, keep your
Well,
social
They
distancing.
have the
and
disinfectant
you'll
on
be all
every table, every tavern,
Absolutely.
every coffee shop, every
Yes,
shop you're going,
yes,
the supermarket, the pharmacy, everywhere you go, the bakeries, they got disinfectant there for you to use. They controlled it nicely, and they're very good. I think they're doing a great job, much better than last year, as
Absolutely.
Steve pointed that
Yes,
out.
no,
So
that's so.
it is here, and the vaccination program is getting on with it. Man, you soon have your second jab, and I have my first now. Soon
30th
with
of July for me, it is. And
Yeah,
you've got your
25th of
first.
June for me, the first thing.
Absolutely.
And you know, we're going in there.
Yes,
Ooh,
indeed.
there's the beeping going on. There's the road not far away. What drive goes straight to beautiful Halikunas Beach. But we got some other great updates, and one of those has to do with EasyJet, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed. This morning I received an email from EasyJet, which is very handy because they have now introduced a new single-click button that will take you to their new site, which is COVID-19 Travel Hub. And on that site, you will get to know all your requirements that are needed to travel, both the entry requirements for the country you're traveling to and all the protocols that you have to go through, which is very handy to have all that information in one place.
And I just got this now on screen. I said, that's brilliant. That's www.easyjet.com/EN for English /COVID-19-travel hub travel-hub. So you can see this up here on the screen. I'm going with my cursor here a little bit. Here is the information. So
Great.
It's great. It's a great initiative. I think they're doing very well with it.
Absolutely. Well done, EasyJet. Of course, the boss there, Johan Lundgren, is very concerned about the UK's government's dithering about their travel updates, as indeed are all the hospitality industries in the UK and airlines. And on the subject of airlines, did you know, Thomas, this will make some of our viewers slightly less angry when they were a few months back. The Competition and Market Authority in the UK has launched an investigation today into British Airways and Ryanair for the non-returning of refunds as cash. They've had 148,000 complaints, most of which are about non-receipt of refundable monies that have been paid out in good faith. Some airlines, I think TUI and EasyJet, have got a clean bill of health here, but certainly not BA and Ryanair. So please, airlines, pull your socks up and return those hard-earned pennies to the holiday makers, or not pennies, they're blooming pounds, so that they can come on holiday again whenever they can.
Yeah, but here EasyJet is great. You can choose looking to book, preparing to fly. What just goes then, and it shows you know before you go. That's a great one. There's a travel restrictions plus entry requirements. View the map. You can see the all the entry requirements, all the countries where you can go. If it's the amber, if it's now red, your safety and well-being at the same time, and essential things to remember. So complete all the necessary forms, check travel restrictions and entry requirements, where and bring your face mask. So I think there's a great initiative and every airline should put that on.
Here, totally it is indeed. And in the nick of time, I think, too. I think they've done wonders with
Definitely.
that.
So
Great.
well done, EasyJet.
Yes. You'll be pleased to know we have seen numerous EasyJet flights coming in to Corfu.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be running scheduled services from Manchester in the UK and London Gatwick. Long may it continue, is what I say.
Oh, yes, I think it should do. Yeah, I mean, come on. We saw the EasyJet flights coming in, and this was very, very exciting for both of us. So we got all, wow, the first you see the orange and the white coming in.
We easily get excited. You probably know. That gives us a cup of coffee, and we're, yes, flowing.
But hey, yeah, that's how it should be. Any other news you want to talk about? Well, I know you made a list of things.
Well, there's something very important about vaccinations and hospital admissions. Can I just quickly run through this?
Here, I show the people, I show the people our new HQ. It's like a little cottage when you look. Man, it's not little, but it feels like a cottage. The whole
quite
base
a large
we have
cottage.
now.
Quite a large cottage.
I know.
Yeah, it's expansive.
And,
Plenty of room to move around.
I'm really itching, to be honest, to show people more, because here we are outside in the garden. You can see the sun is setting. Behind us here is great. You see our van, you see our courtyard in the moment. We got some fruit trees, but it's much, much more. And that's what's gonna come in our new series, Interactive Escape Full Power, and another program what we're gonna start very, very soon.
Apparently that's an apricot tree you can see centre screen, and to the left of it, we're told, is a mulberry tree.
It's a mulberry tree.
How exciting.
When you look over here, here's the mulberry tree straight on, but there's also the orange tree just behind that one. So it's
can't
great.
go wrong with that, can you?
Now we're in paradise, as always, aren't we?
The only thing we haven't got is any lemons, apart from perhaps one or two. One. There's a lemon in the van, that's for sure, but no, unfortunately, there are no real lemons.
Okay.
But there you go. Anyway, look, here's some good news. I said that there were now 6 million vaccinations having been completed in Greece. However, I must report that the General Secretary of the Primary Healthcare in Greece, he's saying, please get your vaccinations done as soon as possible. And he quoted this: if everyone went to be vaccinated tomorrow, the next day everything would be open. And I think that's such an important point.
That's a statement, huh?
Yes, it is. And I'm sure it's quite true. He has highlighted, though, areas in Greece where vaccination appointment take-up is running extremely low. And those areas are currently Xanthi, Phokida, Drama, Florina, and Ceres. That implies that Corfu vaccination take-up is going smoothly. The other key piece of information, now, I think this is really quite important for those that are doubting the effectiveness of vaccinations and all the rest of it, or maybe putting up some resistance to be vaccinated. Here's some figures that you might be interested to know. That this is very latest figures, and it's about hospital admissions for COVID-19 within Greece. And they are saying that between 88 to 90% of admissions on critical care and all that are now people who are unvaccinated. 8 to 9% have been vaccinated with only one dose, and it's only a small 2 to 3% who are being hospitalized through COVID-19 who have been fully vaccinated. So it would appear overwhelming, incontrovertible evidence that vaccination is working to keep you out of intensive care in hospital. And let's face it, that's the key thing. To keep you alive, obviously, but also to keep you out of intensive care.
Yeah, and I mean, it's moving the right direction. Everything is done, definitely moving the right direction. I'm sure about that.
Oh, things are a lot better now, for sure, than they were a couple of months back.
Yeah, when Steve is saying, was there not a meeting in Greece today to extend the curfew and allow
Yes, there
music?
was, Steve.
Yes, there was.
And the decision was wait another week. That was the latest
that's what
I
the
heard
decision.
before
We wait another week and
yes.
we're going to see what it is.
Yeah,
but I think they're going to open that more up. They're relaxing it because the figures are coming down, not just here on the island, generally in Greece.
Across 2/3 down on daily cases and, sadly, the number of fatalities. So that's a very great improvement. Definitely going in the right direction. For sure.
And Claire is just saying that's not an apricot tree, that's a plum tree.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man.
Really? I thought they were apricots. Okay,
no,
my mistake. Well spotted out, Claire. You should know your trees better than me. It's the glasses I can't see.
But what is more? There's a lot of talking going on. When tomorrow we have to advise everyone. Tomorrow is a general strike in Greece. So there's no ferries going, there's no buses going, there's nothing going tomorrow. That came out just before we come on here. It's a general strike tomorrow for 24 hours.
Oh.
But it doesn't influence your holiday when you're already here.
No.
And if you on the way, they always have a backup running, so your travel is not getting disturbed. But if you arrive via ferry, you have to wait a day because they will not go to tomorrow.
Do you happen to know the cause of the strike?
I tried to read it now, but I can't call the webpage up where it came in. But I think it's generally about the tourism, generally about the wages, about the living conditions and everything. Because let's face it, the pandemic hit every country, not just Greece, but everybody very hard, the whole world. And that's now the after effects we have to deal with, and people make that known. And I think, what is democracy? And you have the right to demonstrate, you have the right to say, okay, we're laying our work down for 24 hours, and we make that known. We are not happy, we are unhappy, so government, do something about it.
Yes, well, I think they are, in fairness to the government, trying their best. But they are pointing out certain areas that I mentioned earlier on with a low uptake of vaccinations. And I think that was a key point. If everyone was vaccinated, then everything would be open very soon. So
definitely,
please, if you're dithering about having your jab, please just think of everybody else and to enjoy a better life. Everything will be open up. Yes, having had one jab, I'm quite convinced that I haven't been microchipped by Bill Gates or anybody else. I'm still the same mentally as I was before.
Yeah, and
you
I
can
found
take that
a
however way you
diagram
want.
somebody posted. They said Russia figured out and isolated the chip what is within the vaccinations,
really?
and he drawn a diagram with the it's a 5G chip.
What they
implement.
So they're still on that one again.
I know it's
we're not
nothing like
we're
that.
not going to mention that in connection with COVID. No. We leave that to the idiots like David Icke. You can go and watch him if you want to, but sooner let's just stick to Corfu and the wonderful holiday place of Greece, because it really is sunny and it is a fantastic place, and as always we are very lucky to be here.
Yes, we are. I mean, that's all around the travel news, what we got. And if you have any more questions, I can see your comments now. It's going in. Don't hesitate. Just write in. Let us know what you want, or send us an email to inbox@studiokerkera.com. So if there's any question regarding holidaying in Corfu or Greece, don't hesitate. Write us quick a message and we try our best to answer your question right away, or we're going to find somebody who can answer that.
Yes, we usually do, don't we?
Yeah, we usually. But let's carry on a little bit, because we've been busy, not just moving to the new studio facilities. We've been out and about a little bit, and what a fantastic trip we had. So
we've had
two. I know, as soon as we
Amazing.
started with the main change we had for our studio here, yeah? As soon as this was completed, there's a lot of renovating to do and preparing. But Sunday was a fantastic day. And here I got something I really would like to know from people. What do you think this is? Because I was stunned.
Yes, I was indeed. I mean, you could be forgiven for thinking that that's Corfu's version of M&Ms. Or you might think it's some sort of funny packet of dried fruit, perhaps.
Yeah, or
rocks, pebbles on the sand, the beach
above
or
the sand. But I tell you, that's I think that's the right size. They're around the size of a little pellet.
Yes, a pellet. Yes.
So a little pellet size they are, and they come in different colors, and I have never seen that before with my own eyes.
Nor me, no.
Just to help you out a little bit.
Anybody got any ideas? Anybody guessing at the moment?
That would be. I would be amazed if somebody knows what it is.
I would be very impressed.
I would be very impressed. So, guys, have a quick look. I mean, I give you one quick hint. It has something to do with bees. Our visit on Sunday to the Corfu Bee Garden.
Yes.
Up at Santa, that's near Sines, northwest Corfu, not far away from beautiful Cassiope.
Northeast.
Northeast, not west, northeast, sorry.
Halfway up Mount Pantocrator on the way up to Old Perythia. It's stunning scenery. Unbelievable. And that gentleman there is the most amazingly intelligent, educated, and man of the land, and beekeeper extraordinaire, Dimitris, along with his fantastic wife Katerina. They are running this most amazing bee garden, and we do strongly urge you to check it out.
Yes, please. It's incredible. I saw that this, you can see here.
I wonder who that is.
Well, really, we're going to show you a clip,
nice fashion,
today,
Thomas. Very good. I think you've could walk down the
It's all
catwalk on
in,
that.
man.
This season's new must-have, don't you think?
Yeah, but you know what?
Oh, and just a point though, Thomas, just a fact that you're on screen with the camera there ready for action. Just to point out, folks, the tree behind him there on the left is, would you believe, an almond tree where parish records prove that it is over 500 years old.
It's fantastic.
That blew me away, quite frankly, as well as the bees, of course. But we'll be showing you in due course a fabulous film clip all about the bees coming soon.
Yes, we putting that word together. And here you see, thanks God Dimitris was sending me pictures. That's the queen cells.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's the queen cells, and when you look, you can really see inside. It's great. So we had really a fantastic experience.
Brilliant.
It was hot in the suits, I have to admit,
very
and
hot.
filming in them was not easy
No,
at all.
you were really struggling, and you were worried that you'd got anything good out of it at all.
I know.
But
it was, but miracle happens.
Exactly. This is why it's a magic island, you see.
It is great, but it was a little bit of a struggle. You can't look for the viewfinder. You can't look on your small LCD screen. You walk around, and I had to adjust the exposure, all the color corrections and everything, just by feeling. So I saw a little bit, but not too much, because you have this helmet on. Yeah, this net. You have to be careful. I can't push my face against this net, because then it brings nothing. The bees can sting me.
Absolutely.
But how therapeutic was it? To have that humming around you constantly.
Yes, indeed.
It's not scary at all.
No, not at all. And you know what? I was amazed by the fact that we were in the company of more than hundreds of thousands of bees. We'll tell you more about that later. But both of us, neither of us, I should say, got a single sting from it.
Nothing.
Which I think absolutely quite extraordinary, really.
Yeah, and Dimitris explained, because we were relaxed, we were really chilled.
Yes, and not panic. Apparently, just like dogs, they smell fear.
I know, yeah.
That's very important. They do indeed. And the other important thing is, if you are going to pay a visit to this wonderful place, the Bee Garden, please, the day before, stop all use of perfumes, aftershaves, deodorants, shampoos, none of it. Come dirty, come smelly. It doesn't matter.
Don't come dirty.
The bees like it. They don't. Otherwise, they'll mistake you for a beautiful flower. Now, you may be a beautiful flower in many ways, but not in the real sense, because you don't want a load of bees after you. I can assure you.
No perfume or any deodorant. No. It's important not to have that on, because it upsets the bees, and this could upset the beehive, and they are very, very sensitive to all this. But they fence their territory. It's normal. It's thing. But you know what? He said to us there, bees have the best GPS in the world.
That. Yes, they do. They always start. This is the most extraordinary point. They start their daily collection of pollen and nectar from the first plant, and they always return to that first plant.
They collect nothing else all day long.
Yeah, but they go back to the first one that they start off, and they'll always know their own hive. That's extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah, I mean, in the past I've had trouble finding my own home, but I'm not a bee. So.
No, that would be you.
So GPS, you know, these other systems around the world, they can eat your heart out. I reckon the bees got something over mankind. And it's all to do with the magnetic
magnetic field
of the Earth. That's
exactly
what it's down to.
Yes, and they orientate themselves. He said when they have to move that, it also has to be done at night and not more than 3 kilometers from the original location. So they have a thing. But we're gonna tell you in our mini documentary much, much more very, very soon. Brings me back to this picture, guys. If nobody at the moment, I have no comedy. Nobody really knows what it is. So Benny is writing beautiful bees, honey, and I tell you, the honey was extraordinary.
We had some clear honey that I would honestly say, Thomas, was the finest honey I've ever tasted in the whole of my life.
Yeah, Benny is saying beautiful bees, honey. Have seen so many around this year in the UK. Good sign, I hope. Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Well said, it is. Benny there. And, of course, we mustn't forget that the bee is possibly the most single important insect living animal on the whole planet.
Yeah. But should I put the people out of our viewers, our followers, our fans, out of the misery what that is? Because I have never seen it before either.
Neither have I.
Wow. And you know what? You can eat it. We had the pleasure to test it.
We did, yes.
What that is, this is the pollen bee collects on his little tiny feet. So everybody who knows, on the little tiny feet, left and right, there's this little sack of pollen hanging down.
Yeah.
And Dimitris, as clever as he is, developed a little device,
A little trap, wasn't it?
a trap. When they go back into their hive, he only takes one. The other, the bee brings in
That's
for the
right.
feed. He only takes one. And what you see here, this is the pollen.
Absolutely. It's extraordinary. You would never really
No.
know that, would you?
I mean, it was incredible. It's just a yogurt pot, so a bigger yogurt pot, and this was full, and he had this in the freezer. He keeps that for the winter as bee food.
Fantastic, yes.
Yeah. So when they're struggling, then he can feed them with their own what they collected over the summer and secure the survival of his hive. But I have never ever seen anything. We were so privileged to have a taste of it. And you know what? You see the different colors, and that's the different flowers.
Yes, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the yellow one. This is dandelions, and it's the taste of it.
Well,
As for the first time, I think that's the closest you can get of tasting a flower.
I would say so, absolutely. I mean, you're mainlining flower taste there with that one,
Totally,
aren't you?
man. You can smell the flower, but now you can taste it. And that was strange for me.
Yeah.
I'm into my food, I'm into everything, but that was really, really strange. But what an experience, and that you can have in the bee garden. And if you want to log on, just go to the Facebook page here, Corfu Bee Garden. Type that in. You can find all the information, and here you can see he posted
Bless him.
our visit.
Thank you,
and
Dimitris.
what a great thing. We really had a fantastic day out there. But
It was brilliant.
you know what? When you look at this honeycomb, what he
Yes.
prepares for the bees. He makes it all himself.
He does. Everything. All the beehives are made by himself, and he's
Everything.
very into upcycling.
Yeah.
He says that discarded sun loungers that are beyond fit for use, he loves to grab them because they become the base of his beehives. The only thing that he buys in are the basic frames. All of it comes from Greece, and everything else he makes and provides himself. Very resourceful gentleman indeed.
Very resourceful gentleman. And log on to his Facebook page. And when you visit Corfu or you live here in Corfu, that's really well worth a visit. It's extraordinary. He's so knowledgeable. And you come away and you feel, okay, I learned something today. And that's important.
We learnt loads of things from Dimitris.
Incredible.
Absolutely. Not just about bees, but about life, the universe, and everything. Almost.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was great. But that's the Corfu Bee Garden. You can find this on Facebook. Send him a friend request. Start chatting with him, and he invites you. It's great. It's a fantastic day out, and as you can see, there's a lot of things. Also, his animals, his kitties.
Yes,
that's something for you now.
Yeah, I love the little kittens. He's got loads of them, and some couple of dogs. One of which is a bit noisy. But
here it is. Let me call it up here. Here it is. There you see. That's the pollen.
Yes.
That's what was in
Brilliant
this
photograph.
picture. It's a fantastic photograph. Here on the side you can see, and that's the pollen.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah? And one of these he collects with a very genius trap. It was fantastic.
Oh, very clever indeed. And of course, the bee hives are surrounded by the most wonderful array of wild flowers, but also the trees help. He's got chestnut, cherry trees, almond trees, and all sorts of other trees.
All sorts of other things, and
All
I think
helps
it's great.
with the honey, and he produces many different types of honey. But of course, the other thing we learnt is that his good lady wife, Katrina, has turning it all into face creams and body lotions and therapeutic remedies and rubs and tinctures. It was all very educational, wasn't it?
Very educational, and it's a place to visit when you're on holiday or live here.
Knockout
have
place.
a look. And
Absolutely.
his honeycomb tastes fantastic. His honey itself is great, and we had privilege. But I think in our mini talk we talk much more about it. So Dimitris and Katarina, thank you so much for having us last Sunday.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure to be there, wasn't it?
It was great. It was a fantastic pleasure to be there.
Yeah.
But that's not all we did. I mean, we have a few minutes left. I want to just say more. People was writing in, this is lentils. No, it's not lentils.
Lentils.
It's lentils.
Good guess. Yeah, okay.
It's a
one.
good guess, but it's a good guess. There's bees are beautiful, says Ami. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Winnie says, I think it's a picture of bee cells in the honeycomb. And so, what I saw, but when
Good
you see
guess,
that,
Vinny.
it's a good guess. Good
You're on the
guess.
right line, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. But no, it is not. But it's the pollen. It's straightforward the pollen. And just let me go back to that one. That's what it is.
And it just shows you the rich variety the bees have to gain sustenance from all around them. And he's got a big enough garden, so he produces forest honey, clear honey, dark honey, all sorts of honey.
Oh, it's a lot,
And you can
lots
see
more,
why,
yeah.
because there is so much different
But
pollen
you know,
around.
while we were doing that, we also had another great
yes.
excursion, and there we have to say thank you to Melita.
Absolutely. Well done, Melita. Thank you for putting us on the right path.
Yeah, and that's what we're searching for. Melita got it. This is so the special things on this island. And after that bee things, I was thinking, okay, how can we beat that? But the Melita called you, and yes,
got me all
we could-
excited about a certain gentleman called Spiro, who is another one of these amazing Corfu characters, larger than life figure, who knows everything there is possibly to know about olive wood and what you can do with it. And his wood yard, if you like, is a bit of old Corfu. It's absolutely stunning. And we were also treated to some examples of his work. I should point out that he's got a little gift shop there. And I was blown away, Thomas, by the sheer variety of products that he has managed to make out of olive wood. Yes, the quality is superb, the touch, the feel, everything about it. But he had olive wood pens, would you believe? A whole array of kitchen utensils and things that you might want. Even which the other thing is, I thought was rather clever, he had a cheese grater encapsulated within an olive wood frame, therefore preventing your fingers. I don't know whether you guys at home.
For you, very handy.
Very handy, because every time I use a blooming cheese grater,
you have a little bit of Adrian within your meat.
We don't want any of that. No. Oki, I should say.
But I'm not surprised. I have to say, guys, it was really educational. It was great. And let me show you a couple of pictures of that. And that's his olive wood workshop.
Yes.
It's incredible.
It was indeed.
If people looked earlier on the page, you saw a little video I posted last night late. That's from there. We were so privileged to be there. And
totally.
He just had a local olive tree trunk, yeah. He started. So he's not culling them down. Don't worry about that. He knows exactly which one to take. Which one said, okay, that one is struggling. This one he had there sadly had to be removed because a road was built.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he went there. He tried to save that. It couldn't. The road had to happen, but he took then the right paperwork. He registered it, and he took that trunk out. And then he makes stuff like this. So, and yesterday you saw quick in action in this 1 minute video how he cuts that down and how beautiful that wood looks. But
and
he got really, look at that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in case you were wondering what that long thing hanging in the previous picture down from that one there, hanging in the centre screen, would you believe that's a giant ladle? It's
a giant ladle.
Yes.
He got fantastic. See, in the top left-hand corner, you can see the crater.
There's the cheese grater that we were mentioning.
Yes, you can mention. But he makes so many fantastic things there.
Yeah.
And it's all handmade.
Oh, absolutely.
And he showed us the difference between machine-made and handmade.
Yeah.
And you can feel the difference.
Totally.
Yeah? So he makes that all out himself. He got a fantastic crew there. And he works. I mean, these bowls, they're huge. They're not small. I think that one had at least 2 foot wide, the bowl with his underleaves.
Yes.
On top, you see, that's a fantastic bowl for salad. So it's but everything is polished with beeswax.
Of course, yes. There's a connection.
A connection. Here in the picture, you see fantastic.
Now, that's
Spiros.
the thing that got... Yeah, there he is, the man of the moment. He really is a gentleman and a half. And there's the other thing that really got me going, Thomas. That's the most amazing, exciting wood piece of machinery I've ever seen in my life. That was really quite something.
I know
to see
a few people commented on that and said, yes, it's amazing what they have there. They never seen that. I think Tom Giddings was one of them. I said, well, I didn't know that before. But it's...
Well, the thing is, Tom, that machine doesn't only just slice the planks off, as you can see happening right there, but if you look down to the lower part of the screen, you'll see some silver tubes. Well, that's part of the mechanism that can automatically change the position of the log, which I turn it upside down.
You were surprised when you saw
that.
I
was blown away by it. I thought, what an amazing machine, yes.
And it's great. And he takes really care of how he does things. So he's really in touch with nature.
Oh, completely and utterly.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
So, and he preserves it. He does his utmost to preserve, to protect what's there, so it's not being culled down like stupid. But it was fantastic just to see that one, and what a great character he is.
Oh, absolutely. And if you want to see a practical example of his work, then why not check out on Marathar's Beach, Sirens Beach Bar, because there is the perfect exhibition of his work. The whole bar and all the furnishings and everything in it has been made by him and his fellows out of olive wood, and it really was stunning. There we go.
There we go. There you see the bar and everything he
Quite
made
amazing.
lovingly out of olive wood, and the whole bar is fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really. I try to find a table now for the thing, but there you see the beach. I mean, the beach. It's incredible how the whole resort is laid out. And we were really stunned, and of course the food. Yeah, they got a fantastic eatery there.
Absolutely. But there we are. That's the view you'd see walking out of the bar towards the beach. And one thing, picking up on a point that we mentioned at the beginning of the program, Thomas, was that we're noticing now more and more that beach bars, such as Sirens, as you see there, are trying to cut down on the numbers of times that you leave the beach, your sunbed or whatever, to go and get a drink from the bar or whatever. They come to you. They'll take your order at your table or your lounger or whatever you happen to be lying on, including, I noticed some suspended mattresses he had, and there were people enjoying their books, weren't they? While the whole thing was gently rocking from side to side. But the waitresses and waiters will come to you to take your orders. That's cutting down on the numbers of trips to the bar. So
if you want to look
all those things.
Yeah, they sort of everything. It's really, really well organized. And it's an experience just being there and seeing the work he done with the benches, with the tables. I mean, it's really special. I haven't seen that anywhere else, to be honest. But if you want to see a little bit of his work and at the same time have a little bit to eat and drink and enjoy the beautiful beach there, go Sirens Beach Bar and Bistro.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's great.
It is well worth a trip.
Oh, yes, definitely well worth a trip. Here you go.
Great.
So I got here Margaret Johnston is saying Statis, his father, was a carpenter and has a factory so it's Spartillas and makes lots of pots, fruit bowls, etc. That's the great. So
I knew he was. Thank you. I knew he was a carpenter, Margaret, because he actually fixed my front door when I had a flat in Gliffer some years ago. He came to do that. Did a splendid job, but I didn't actually know that he did other wood products. So thank you for sharing that with us, and I do wish my best wishes to Statis and his father. Great family there at Caryatids in Barbati.
Ah, you know the place very well, Andy.
Oh, yes,
you know that place. And we are here in our new location, guys. I think, that's all we had time for today, to be honest. It was great. We had a fantastic thing. I was turning around to there. He's sitting behind me. And, yes. And
I was just going to say one final thing, that the G7 is about to start tomorrow in Cornwall, United Kingdom. And I have it on some photographs I saw on Facebook earlier on. Joe Biden has flown in, I think, with an entourage of 7 flying helicopters that look across between a helicopter and an aeroplane. So Joe Biden's definitely in UK airspace. And also, this is a place in Cornwall, and they're going to be, they're going to be meeting there for the next couple of days, the G7+2. But the point is, someone called Joe Rush, who's a sculptor, has made an extraordinarily large sculpture work of 7 heads of state, I think it is, everybody from Mr. Johnson down to Mr. Biden himself and the Japanese Prime Minister and Mr. Macron and Angela Merkel. And as they fly in to this hotel resort in Cornwall, they will be seeing this. They have to fly over it. It's like Mount Rushmore, but in Cornwall. And it's all, the whole point of it is, it's all made of unused, discarded electrical waste. That's the whole point about it, really. And it's just drawing your attention to the appalling amount of waste. I think 53 million tons in 2019 in just electronic waste on its own, the United Nations worldwide. And that figure, apparently, within 5 years has gone up by an enormous amount. So the situation, he's drawing attention. He's saying that we need more recyclable products, products that don't keep breaking down, that can be easily repaired. And of course, upcycling where possible. I mean, we keep hearing stories, don't we, of Britain's waste turning up in Turkey and other places. There's no need for any of that. I think there needs to be a strong urge to put that right. So let's hope they can get one thing right at the forthcoming G7 in Cornwall.
Yeah, let's hope that. So, guys, just to update you quickly, so we are into our new location, our new studio, and here you have it on screen quickly. Still a lot of work to do, but we're gonna come with much more programming, and we soon starting our Interactive SK full power version. What is not just one program a week that's gonna be extended now, and they're gonna be also the pop-ups happening, the Interactive SK pop-ups, because there is so moments on this beautiful island of Corfu. you can't plan.
No,
They
not
just happen. And
Yeah.
that's why we got this van for our streaming shuttle, because we wanna capture that. We gonna capture every moment this island throws at us and makes us so happy to be here.
for sure.
So here we are. That's our van. We have a lot of work ahead of us. So I hope it's gonna be all right soon. But we're gonna show you much more next week.
Yes, indeed so. And I'm terribly sorry if I get my apricots muddled up with my plums. I'll try and do better next time.
So, guys, we are settling in very, very slow here. Sorry for a couple of technical hiccups we had today. So we're gonna bring you much more. We're gonna edit the videos down we shot over the weekend and yesterday, and we have many locations still to visit where we're gonna film or we come live straight to you. We're gonna fix a couple of gremlins, of course, and we extend our programming. But for tonight, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for following us. I hope you have a fantastic week. See you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Greek time again. Until then, Kalinichta.
Absolutely. Here, Thomas. And as always, thank you very much indeed for sharing your time with us here on Interactive SK Light. And wherever you are in the world, enjoy the rest of the day or evening and take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.